middle of October, Friday afternoon. Georgia's not playing this weekend, and I'm headed up into the North Georgia mountains to hike the final section of the Appalachian Trail, the AT, into North Carolina. Looking for an opportunity to do this for a long time. Just haven't had any good weekends and opportunities to sneak away to do this. And this, quite frankly, may very well be the last time I get to get out into the woods and have a good long backpacking trip until we sell the house and sail away. So I'm taking opportunity. Roughly going to be a 26-mile hike. What I'm doing right now is headed up to one of the trailheads called Dix Creek Gap, where I'm going to get a shuttle that's going to shuttle me all the way back to the Unicoi Gap, and then I'm going to enter the trail there and hike from the Unicoi Gap up to Dix Creek Gap, beyond into North Carolina, and then hike back to the car. It's been a long time since I've been out and done a hike. Matter of fact, I looked at this, and it's been almost probably better than 2 years since I've been on a backpacking trip, which just absolutely flabbergasts me that it's been that long. There's nothing I enjoy more than getting out into the woods. I put off doing this last section of the AT because the AT can get so crowded during the through hike season, summertime season, when you got Boy Scout troops and all these day hikers and whatnot. And I like to get out there when there's nobody there, and so I'm hoping that's what it's going to be like. Well, we're almost to Dix Creek Gap now. This is where I'm going to pick up my shuttle, and as far as the shuttle, what I'm referring to is all throughout up here around the Appalachian Trail, there's people that will shuttle hikers on and off the trail, back and forth, from one point to the other. This is a couple of ladies that I understand moved up from Florida years ago and have been running this shuttle, Joyce and Sally. They're not advertised anywhere. It's kind of word of mouth. You learn about them. Just a phone number. It's $25. They're going to take me from Dix Creek down to Unicoi and get me going. Nice mountains. Well, this would be Dix Creek Gap. And this place is slap full. I hope this is just a bunch of day hikers, because I've never seen a trailhead parking lot this full of cars. But I'll be coming back through here probably later Saturday. I'm sitting here waiting for my shuttle, all ready to go. And that would be my ride. So I'll see y'all later. This is the beginning of Unicoi Gap. We're at Unicoi Gap right now. See, the trail comes down off of out of the south side of the trail right there. Getting going. How's that for beauty? That's why we come out here. Look at all that. Hopefully that's not the best scenery of the weekend, but if it is, I'm going to be happy with it. I was beginning to think I wasn't going to be able to find a decent camping spot tonight before the sun went down. Look at this view. This is phenomenal. This is going to be a nice place to have dinner. Got to get the tent set up. I don't know whether you can see that. I mean, the moon is 3/4 maybe. Clouds are rolling across it. always amazing to me. It's just so peaceful. Good morning. The wind is really whipping around. I think it's starting to mist. A bit of rain last night though. It's probably, judging by the time I normally wake up, it's in the light. Probably about 7:30 in the morning. Get breakfast going. Try to get packed up before it starts to really rain. Breakfast in bed. So now I got to make the decision of, do I wait it out or do I just pack up and roll up a wet tent and go for it? I think I'm probably, if I remember the weather right, it was supposed to rain until noon, and I can't sit here for another 4 hours. So I figure it's probably 8 already. So I'm probably just going to have to pack up a wet tent and get out of here. It's not like I haven't done it before, it's just I don't like toting around all that wet gear. And the trick is you got to get everything into your pack first. And then get your pack set off someplace where probably it's going to get wet anyhow, but then quickly get the tent rolled up and everything so you're not sopping wet. And get it in there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my breakfast and wrap things up. Alrighty, we're underway again. Found a break in the rain, but it's a little bit less of a rain and more like just being inside of a big cloud, or a cloud. So all you're getting is that moisture off the trees mostly. It is really windy though. So what I figure is I probably made it in roughly 3 miles last night, as best I can tell from the map. Then I've got another 13 to get to Dick's Gap, and then it's another 8.8 to get to North Carolina. I'm figuring if I walk even an average of 1.5 miles an hour, that'll put me finishing up at 6 o'clock. Oh look, Trey's Gap. So I must have pushed out another, no, that puts me, you see Trey's Gap, they said that was going to be 1.7 from Indian Grove, which was already 2.7, so that's 4.5 almost. Alright, so I might have 12 miles to Dick's Gap right now. Again, if I do, even if I hike to about 6 o'clock, that'll be roughly 10 hours of hiking, maybe 9 hours of hiking, so that's 9. Throw another 4.5 in there, is 13.5. Should easily make Dick's Gap and be beyond, which would be ideal. And then I can, but I'll probably average more like 2 miles an hour. So that'll put me at 18. That'll put me probably easily 5 miles past Dick's Gap, maybe only about 3 miles to North Carolina. So we're looking good. This is supposed to clear up about noon. Hopefully get a little bit warmer. I didn't realize I was still flipping close. Wow. Alright, stop for water. This trickling stream or spring. Had some lunch. And I think we're probably only about maybe 2 miles away from Dick's Creek. sun hasn't broke yet. It's been windy and cold all day, but it also been sweaty, so it doesn't really matter. Well, we're on the other side of Dick's Gap, Dick's Creek Gap. I don't know how far I am. The sun's setting over there. Actually, sorry, sun's setting over there. I'm on a ridge. I don't know exactly how far I've hiked in. But my legs are telling me it's time to quit. So I'm going to go ahead and set camp up, let the tent dry out from this morning. And now I'm going to start making dinner. Yellowfin tuna with extra virgin olive oil and sriracha chicken ramen noodles. Yummy. Should be a good day tomorrow. Figure I might be in a couple miles. So I got 6 miles to North Carolina. And then another 8 to 9 miles to get back to the car. So another total of 15 tomorrow. And it looks like I probably put in about 15, over 15 today also. So it's been a good day. I'm tired. So I'm ready to eat, go to bed. See you later. Well, good morning. So, sun's shining. It's a much more beautiful day than it was yesterday starting off. Cold. Very cold, very windy last night. But we're on our way to North Carolina. I figure I probably got 6 miles to go to get there and turn around and make the 9 miles back to the car. But it looks like it's going to be a good day. Hopefully I can shed this sweatshirt here in a little bit. Probably will. I don't warm up really fast. I'm excited. It's a good day. I'm here. Carolina-Georgia border. I'm done. This marks the completion of all the long trails in the state of Georgia. My favorite memories and my favorite miles were the ones done with you, Parker, and you, Tyler. And honey, Steph, thanks for the gear. Been able to make this happen. I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's all fond memories. Love y'all. Just looking at North Carolina. And that's where I'm going to have lunch. Last mile. Hour and a half maybe. I'm feeling it. But it's got me to thinking. Could there be anything further from sailing than hiking and backpacking in the mountains? I mean, one's summiting and the other's the sea. And there's a lot of similarities. I mean, for one, the main reason I enjoy getting out here in the wilderness is just seeing different things, exploring, being exposed to something that I've never been exposed to. Maybe possibly seeing things, or at least I like to pretend, seeing things and seeing things that other people haven't seen. It's that explorer in me, that adventurer, that seeker, wanderer. And I get that's a lot what you get for doing this. But then it's things like dealing with nature. I mean, you're one with nature here. You're in it. You're part of it. You don't have much of an option but to deal with it once you're out here. You need to understand how to read the sun, read the clouds, the wind, just to know when it's time to stop, time to go, time to set up, how to prepare yourself for that. This is all uphill right here, of course. And then it's getting used to living without all the comforts of life as we've gotten to know them. I don't have my phone. Well, I have my phone, but I don't use it out here and don't rely on it. Probably don't have much of a connection, but I don't need that technology unless I just don't need it. And you learn to provision, not kind of ration out. Provision properly to get in and get out. That kind of planning. And it is, again, getting kind of just comfortable, being maybe a little bit uncomfortable. And you're not, this isn't living in your box, traveling in your box, working in your box. And that's what we're going to get from being out on a sailboat. It's not going to be camping on the water. I mean, heck, it's going to be big. We'll have beds, kitchens. But it's going to be different than living in a house with a car. And so all that to me it's got a lot of similarities. And this may very well be the last long mountain backpacking trip I get to do. But I'm so looking forward to doing the sailing, the adventuring, the exploring, the being one with nature, to getting out of my box, literally. And so, yeah, this is a backpacking camping video on a sailing vlog, but I think they have a lot to do with one another. They're very similar to mindset. Alright, I gotta get going before I die. I've done the Bent Mackay, the Duncan Ridge, William Bartram, Cahuta Wilderness, Appalachian Trail, Backcountry Trail, Panahootie Trail. I've done them all. Only took 12 years, 10 months, and 15 days. I'm excited though. This is good. Next adventure, sail the 7 seas.